So today, as we look at Jonah 1:4-5, we see that God is sending this storm. It's a tempest. It's a great wind. And that storm has consequences for the people that are on board the boat. You can see that they're worried that the boat is going to break up. And so what do they try to do? They try and lighten the load. They start throwing things off the ship. Sometimes when you're in a storm, you think you can just lighten the load, but I think the Lord comes along and He says there's some storms that He doesn't want us to lighten the load or just ride it out. He wants us to go to the root of the problem. And what's the root of the problem in this storm? The root of the problem is the guy Jonah and his disobedience, and he's below deck and he's sleeping. And a guy comes to him and he says, hey, wake up. We need to know what's going on here. And I think sometimes the Lord comes to us and says, okay, you're in a storm. This isn't a storm that you need to sleep through or ride out. I want you to go to the root of the problem to find out why you're in the storm. And sometimes the storm is there because of your own disobedience. I've told you what to do. I've commanded you. I've instructed you. I've given you my word. I've given you my way. And you're disobedient. You're not doing what I asked you to do. And you mean so much to me. I love you so much that I'm going to send a storm. Is your disobedience the reason for the storm? And sometimes the storm that we cause through our disobedience, through our rebelling against God, will have a consequence for the people around us. Think about what your disobedience will cause to your family. But sometimes you're in the storm because of someone else. Those mariners that are on board, this storm really had nothing to do with them. It was God that was speaking to Jonah. And so you've got to think about sometimes the storms that you're in are caused because of the people that you're hanging around with and the places you're going to. And so you've got to ask the Holy Spirit, listen, I'm in this storm. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why it keeps raging, Lord. But won't you show me the root? I don't want to sleep through this storm. I don't want to lighten the load. I want to know the root of the problem so that I can get back to you, Jesus.